Brazil is bigger than Nubia. I bet you didn't know that. I'd say probably about 90% of EarthMC doesn't know that. In fact, it's the second biggest on the server and was the biggest up until a few days ago when it was passed by Israel. Brazil is one of the most forgotten nations on EarthMC. Located in the continent of South America, nobody really thinks about it. It's not on a very populated continent. It's not in an area where you'd expect a big nation to be. And yet it's there. The Beaverman 1 channel has a lot of supporters from Brazil, and I feel like it's only fair that we give them a bit of publicity. So today we are going to be touring Brazil. This is a very hyped up video for Brazil, and they're very excited about it. So if you're from Brazil and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And this is the first video since I launched membership, so I want to just take a bit to talk about that. Specifically Brazil residents. Come on guys, give me money. I'm touring your nation. I'm doing it all for you. $2 a month isn't that much. Come on, guys. Come on. No, but actually, I launched memberships recently. I know it's a dumb YouTuber thing. You give me money on a per month basis. You can give me either $2, $5, or $10. And you get perks to go with that. So look down below next to my name. It says join. Click on that and you can at least look at the perks a little bit. And even if none of the perks interest you, you just, give me money. It's just a way to support the channel. Anyways, on with the video. Now, we started the very laggy end spawn of Brazil. I would assume my recording's going to be very choppy here, because even my in-game FPS is at like 20. So this is the main Brazil shop. They have some pretty good prices. I shop here a lot. And Olivio told me that he would buy membership on my channel if I advertised him. So you guys, buy at Brazil. It's at Endspawn Brazil. They got some good prices. I buy leather here, 1 gold for 14. And so should you. But yeah, I think they could probably improve how the inside of this looks. I personally would think that they should make like a new building. Maybe a big coliseum or something that looks super nice. I think that would be a nice project for Brazil to do. But it is iconic. Let's head outside and look around the nation of Brazil. Obviously, it has a lot of history. They give their town members ability to build anything they want, so that's why it's a bit more messed up. But right here seems like the downtown area, like the skyline. And not a lot of EarthMC nations have good skylines, so I'll give them credit for that it's a decent skyline. I want a good spot to get like a nice view of it here. If there's a way to get up high, maybe in this building here. This looks like a church. This is pretty nice. It's a nice little church. We'll head up the ladder here. Being slightly blocked, maybe there would be a better view on the other side. But yeah, this is a nice little view of the downtown area. Now let's head into the area of large buildings. Very dense area, just one main road that goes right down the middle. This is a nice little one. I always love that like dense feel where there's just like a bunch of buildings on either side of you. And it seems to just keep going here. Should be able to get a nice view from over here. This looks like maybe either a large building's being built or they're building a new like end spawn or something. Brazilian skyline. There we go. Anyways, I'll stop obsessing over the skyline. I feel like if anybody actually cared about that, they'd be watching GeoGuessr videos right now. So anyways, we've got some nice housing over here on this side of the town. I definitely like that. For a town that's so like dense and messy, I guess. Not necessarily in a bad way, but for being a town like this, it actually is very organized to an amount that people don't give it credit. Anyways, this looks like a bit of a suburb city here. Not 100% sure what this is supposed to be, but it is pretty nice. This looks like hockey. I don't know what sport this is, but whatever it is, I would love to play it. Anyways, there's a river here that looks pretty nice. Anyways, this is a very nice little city. Some good looking stuff here. Nice building right there and a nice tower here. This is super cool. It really stands out when looking at the town from a distance. And it's a bank. Yeah, I really like this. Looking forward to seeing it expand because it's going to look really nice. And the city hall. Here in the city hall, they've got a bunch of sets of armor, a lot of map art all over. Potion room here. Nether portal, I would love to get in, but I'm not going to be able to. Bernie Sanders on the wall. And back outside we go. Afro Boy Arzuma, the owner of this town. Great job, man. You made a nice town. Oh, even more nice stuff right here. But now I'm going to make my way north to our next place that we'll be touring. It's going to be a lot of traveling in this video. Brazil's a big place. And here we are coming up on what seems to be just a little town in between. Rocket Land. Well, this is interesting. This is crazy. They made a perfect like run-down look here, right in the middle of the jungle. Looks like a dead little town, but I like it. Anyways, we'll move up as we get close to Bellium. And here we are in Bellium. We got a nice river there. Oh, and a very pretty town. Big fan of this so far. Wow, I especially like this one right here. Very nice building. This is the Union Center. Then we've got some sort of Capitol building here, government building. The Old Capitol Museum and Cafe. Nice looking building. What do they got here? Got some paintings. This is the National Assembly here, and this is the cafe. I would buy a cookie, but there's no ender chest here, so sadly we have to move on. Yo, I know this building. This is literally the exact same building as in Minnesota, block for block. I assume there's no way it's not built by Bryson. Bryson being the old town owner of, I think he owned this town. He might have owned a different town near here, but I know Bryson built the building that looks like this in Minnesota, so he must have owned this. Anyways, I'm a big fan of this right here. I'd love if that was built in my town somewhere. Owner of this town, please hit me up on Discord. I'll figure it out. Welcome to the Canopy Tree Tower here. Moving over here, it doesn't seem like they have much else. This looks like it's a church. Moving over here into the residential zone. Jeez, this house looks out of place. It's a nice looking house, but I don't know if it really works here. Oh, we got another house in that style. Okay, I guess it's being used for most of the town, which kind of justifies it. This thing right here is a disgusting mess of a building. I hate it and I hate you. I don't want to see that building ever again, please. Nice fountain right here. And we'll now make our way down the coast over to a big metropolitan area, like a tri-city area. 3 very large cities right next to each other. It seems to be where it's all going on in this nation. Got something like a shipwreck here, some old town. If I had time, I'd visit, but we got a lot to do here. Now, I'm very excited about this because somebody said they built a statue of me in one of these towns so that I would tour it, and they have in fact convinced me, so I'm excited to see if it's done or not. As we get to the edge of the town line here, and we come into Salvador. Something going on there, I don't know what that is. Looks like there's a tornado. Ooh, looking like a bit more of a European style over here. Is it just like a main plaza in the city? That's what it's looking like on the map here. Yeah, a lot of shops here. And into the city. Wow, this is an impressive city. And they got a good road system. Massive fan so far. This is probably the best non-nation spawn town I've ever seen. I just love South American architecture. Such an underrated area. There've got to be open shops, something that I can buy here, right? You gotta assume somewhere. They got a church alert, everyone. And you know they actually know what they're doing because they made one side bigger than the other, which is something that churches actually do. Oh, sadly it's not done. Well, somebody's got to tell me when that's done. And we'll find this main building right in the middle. Oh, okay, well, bit of a disappointing interior here, but somebody's house. We'll head over to the other side. Okay, this looks a little bit cooler. This looks like some sort of government building. Ooh, like a negotiation place, and then you can watch from either here watching there or there watching here. Either way works. This is definitely one of the better towns I've seen on EarthMC. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. That's my main gripe here. And I'm sure it will be at some point. Let's move south to our next spot, Osaka. Ooh, another building being built here. A lot of talent coming out of this town. I'm gonna go right through the middle here. Big door and a road going straight to Osaka. And here we are in the metropolis of Osaka. Got a nice little road system going. Seems to be a very developing town. I think a year from now, this will be a very nice looking town, and like the other town will probably look pretty nice too. And I'm stuck. You've got to be absolutely kidding me. Okay, well, I'm messaging the owner to get me out. Alright, he let me out. Let's keep going. Let's work our way to the east to see what's going on over there. Now, this is the place with the Beaverman statue, so we'll see. Should be here somewhere. Wow, it is just every man for himself over here. This is anarchy. Well, I guess efficiency is key for this town. They gave all their members ability to build, which is better for recruiting, but doesn't necessarily make your town look nicer. Oh my goodness. This is a really magical moment for me. Wow, oh my goodness. Monument Grande, Osaka. Oh my goodness. I'm flattered. This is interesting to say the least. I just need to take a moment to admire this. What an amazing experience. I don't know where to go from here. We moved to our third town named France. Not sure if that's a real name or if they're just like trying to troll the nation of France. All right, we are now in France. Let's see what they got here. We got some mountains on the side over there. That's pretty nice. Very nice building to the right of us. But I want to see what they got going on the coast here. It looks like they've got a lot of housing. This looks like some richer housing, maybe for the leaders of the town. Big fan of that. Please build more of these. This stuff belongs in Nubia. Nubia should like buy that design. So are they like trying to become France? Because that's very French. Maybe they're from France. Anyways, we're gonna work our way down this residential street. Got Imperial, something like that. A shop here. And then we just look at all the housing here. This is a lot of houses. It just keeps going. This has got to be like 100 houses right here. Just keeps going. It's nice though, I like it. Well, anyways, that was France, a nice little town there. Now I'm going to go eat and continue touring after that. Alright, I'm back and we are headed down to our next town. I don't want to pronounce anything wrong, but Recepe? Could be either of them as we head to the harbor here. Hopefully there's an extra boat sitting around. Nice little coastline here. And we've got a boat here, so I'll just steal that. Alright, coming up on our next town. It looked pretty nice on the map. Hopefully it looks just as good in Minecraft. Nice coastline here, keeping it looking natural here. Bit of terraforming obviously involved here. And we come up to the city. This is actually a metropolis, wow, so it has a lot of people in it. Nice little plaza in the middle here, a lot of roses, that's looking pretty cool. This is probably the town spawn here, I'd assume. It's a nice little place here. Nice piano, I'm a fan of that. Almost want to make one of those in my town. Yes, it's looking good so far. Brazil, I don't want to take anything away from the capital, but it does have a lot of good stuff outside of the capital. All over the nation there are good looking towns. Nice looking building here. Then moving down the coast. Ooh, actually down this alleyway here we got a nice building. Vatican, so this looks like probably a Catholic church. Yeah, I think it is. And we've got this here. This is nice, and a map of the town. This looks like maybe a station of a sort. Courtyard or something. Ooh, another church over there. That's good looking. But if we stay on this side, we've got some more nice buildings going down this river here. This is definitely a really nice place for just kind of being in the middle of nowhere, Brazil. You don't expect to see this nice stuff out here, and it is just a super good looking town. Props to Brazil. Great job on this one. Ooh, another really great looking building here. Yeah, everything about this town is really impressing me. Some more nice views down the river here. I use their nice nether transport, and now we are in Sao Paulo. So checking out this nice town here. Got a bit more of a medieval feel to it. Street lights here. Yeah, it's very European. Got that Brazilian flag, of course. Really like the street lights. Big fan of that. I want to check out this building here. Please be able to go inside. Yes, let's go. Palace in commemoration of old residents. Wow, this is very nice. They got the dome going up here. They got some nice rooms here. Yeah, I do like the European infrastructure. It's so far from the rest of the nation, though. It's hard to not just like it just feels kind of dead. Again, not in a bad way. It's still a nice looking town. This little plaza here, it's a nice looking town, but it just has a bit of a deserted feel to it. Yeah, but it is nice though. So we're gonna work our way this way and go over to the next town, Rio de Janeiro. Some mountainous coasts here, sadly ruined by the roads, but efficiency is key, I guess. As now we can see in the distance, Rio de Janeiro coming into the city on this highway here and down through the gates. Oh my goodness. Why is Godzilla here? Disneyland? Yeah, I've heard of Disneyland being around here. Donkey Kong. This is incredibly confusing. I don't know what's going on. This town has been taken over by weird objects. T-Court Boutique. Diamond pickaxe, 3 gold each. Silk touch pickaxes for 3 gold? Wow. That is some insane prices. That's cheaper than 3M, and that's saying a lot. And as if you're watching this video, this is very concerning for you. You gotta figure this one out. Maybe drop the prices down just a bit. Ooh, got a newer section of the town here. And this looks like it's probably supposed to be Christ the Redeemer, but it never got finished. I will assume that much. And in here, this is, I don't know what that is, but it's pretty crazy. Some nice buildings here, and some nice buildings here. I'll go inside of this. This looks like some sort of, like, maybe plaza, something like that. Well, maybe a station, or even a future mall it could be. Anyways, that's going to be where I've finished this tour of this town, and it's going to be the last one that I do for this nation. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you're from Brazil, subscribe to the channel. If you're not from Brazil, also subscribe to the channel, but in Spanish. Thank you all very much for watching. Ashkali, I hope you enjoyed it. Toothbrush.